All engine running. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. What it do? It's your boy Mako with the fucking Draco. We back with another fucking shark stream. We got Ron the Don, Toby, One Kenobi, and my boy Rodney Twin Tweezy.
Yes, sir.
Back with the fucking action. Hot topics of the fucking week. I hope y'all are ready. How y'all boys been? Good week.
I've been good, man. You know, work, getting that money, getting to that money. 2021 financial year.
Facts,
man.
big facts.
Yes, sir.
You said how you been, and I honestly drew a blank.
I mean, it's fine. It happens.
Like since last week,
Yeah,
I was
like,
I gotta think what
I
happened in
don't
those
know.
7
Almost
days.
7 days. I was about to say that's a lot of time, man.
I was like, I don't know.
I've had fluxes. I'm not even gonna hold you. I had a damn near mental breakdown here on Sunday, bro. Not Sunday. Technically, I guess it was technically Sunday because it was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. But like, dude, my house was totally trash. It looked like a domestic violence case happened in here involving cake.
That was
like,
messing with your.
No, it was it was just the fact that like I stopped after everybody left and I got up and I turned the lights on and I looked around and I was like, Jesus. Jesus Christ. Like, I was like, bruh, my house has never looked like this. It was nobody's fault. We went out and we got drunk and then my friends, we all just came back and we just like, just basically crashed out. But it was like, there was not a spot on this floor other than my roommate's room that was untouched. Like the paintings fell off of my wall. Come on. This was divided into 2 pieces. I just found it before you guys like showed up here. It was just shit everywhere. There was weed in my blender. Like, I don't dead ass. I don't know where.
You gotta grind your weed
That's what I said.
Project X in here.
Apparently,
Dude, there was literally cake everywhere, bro. Like, there was cake on my headset. It was cake.
you talking about like frosting or icing and shit?
Yeah, like cake. Like,
Nah,
literally.
there was cake in the inside of my vest.
Like, there was...
And I didn't take my vest off.
Oh
So
my
I
God.
have no
so
idea
you
how.
witnessed this. You were there for that.
I was there, yes.
Was it as bad as he's saying?
Yes.
It was
God.
bad. I was like, bro, how? I was very perplexed. I was genuinely like, bro, how did this get like this? Like, I don't understand. But regardless, it was cool. I always enjoy having my friends over and stuff. No lie. The day afterwards, the Sunday when I woke up, I was dead ass like, bro, I'm not doing anything today. I didn't even finish cleaning it up. Like, I cleaned it up like 25% the day before. I woke up the next day and was like, okay, I'm gonna clean up like 12% more of this, and then Monday I'll
12. Why specifically 12?
because I was like, bro, there's no like.
It's the same amount of a plan that the Guardians had in Guardians of the Galaxy.
I mean, basically,
12%
like,
of a plan.
yeah, I was like,
They really said that?
Yeah, they really said that.
Wow.
An
Is that
actual
your
one.
reference or was
no, that was my. I just picked a random number out the back, but I can definitively say Monday when I started cleaning everything up, there was I had only done a total of about between 30 and 35% of the actual cleaning. Like, I was like, all right, man, I have to actually do something. Like, I really didn't even really clean like that. I just moved stuff around. Like, I just moved the majority of the cake featured objects to this table and just put stuff in other places.
Put shit in categories.
Yeah, so when I clean it, I'll be ready. All right, man. Hot topics coming at you this week. I actually don't remember what the first one is supposed to be off the top of my head.
It's Black History Month, right?
It's Black
It is
History
Black
Month.
History Month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about.
First shout out to Black History.
Let's do it.
kind of time.
Oh no! Shout out to Black History Month. I dropped something in the group chat about favorite best and worst biopics, African American biopics, because they're dropping an MLK biopic soon. Shout outs to MLK.
I never know how to pronounce it. Biopic? I always say biopic.
Shout out to the king of biopics, Jamie Foxx.
Yes,
Wait a minute.
Jamie Foxx.
Chadwick?
Nah.
I mean,
saying Chadwick
okay,
didn't.
okay.
Why? Because of Ray Charles, right?
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying?
I
guess-
guess too, right?
Yeah.
I guess
What else did he do?
That's
that is kind of like a
computers
toss
there,
up.
ladies and gentlemen.
That is a toss up. Yeah, like
That's why we have the computers.
no lie, like I co-signed Jamie Foxx because when Jamie Foxx played Ray Charles, I really thought that nigga was Ray Charles.
Yeah,
like,
True. I don't
like
take
there
that
was
away.
no. Now, granted, I think that movie came out in 2004 or 2005.
Yeah.
I was like 9, and Ray Charles died around that time. So, like, you could, all right, but I thought that nigga was Ray Charles. I really did. I thought he was Ray
Honestly,
Charles.
He was also in The Soloist. I don't know if anybody.
Oh yeah,
Never
that's right.
seen-
Will
haven't
Smith
seen
did
it,
play
bro.
Ali.
Was he
Robert Downey Jr.
Was he in
Oh, yeah.
Dreamgirls?
He was in Dreamgirls.
He was in Dreamgirls.
Was
Yeah,
he?
yeah.
Yeah, he
I
was
feel
in
like you
Dreamgirls.
gotta. I feel like you gotta give it to just for Ray in and of
Bro,
itself. But I feel
honestly,
like you
he's
do gotta
about to
give it
play
him.
Mike Tyson, and every time he does the voice, I really
So,
like.
so this is
His
Bruh.
impersonations
His
are
impersonations
He's a
on
great.
point.
He's a talent.
they're amazing.
He's a talent.
They
Okay.
are amazing.
I give
think-
it to him.
I think-
Problem is, I can already name 3 people that Chadwick has played that has been remarkable.
Better than
Jackie
Ray.
Jackie
Robinson.
Robinson,
That's-
Miles Davis, right?
Thurgood Marshall.
What's his name?
Not
The
better
kid,
than Ray.
the father soul. Jackie. Goddamn, I
didn't-
see. I
will
can't even
say
think of
didn't
it.
see the Jackie Robinson one.
It wasn't Jackie. What's his name?
Jesse.
Brown. James
Jesse.
Brown.
Oh yeah, James
No,
Brown.
James
Jackie
Brown.
Robinson.
Yeah, actually,
Come on,
that's
now.
actually how we all.
I don't know.
You didn't like his James Brown?
I didn't see it, but I didn't hear good things about it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Looks like you gotta
yeah,
watch it
that
for
that
yourself.
Will
that-
Smith. I feel like you
that
gotta
is
give
a
it to
Will
Will
I
Smith
will.
second.
And so number 1 being still.
Jamie Foxx.
I don't know.
Ray.
I'm sorry.
I don't know because you can argue quantity over quality.
Yeah.
But I think Chatwood gave us, at least in those main three quality
Really, yeah, he
performance
did.
as who he was. So yeah, there was in Ray, Jamie Foxx really, like I said, he made me believe he was Ray Charles. And
man.
Ali, Will Smith's performance in Ali was amazing.
He also has other biopics too that we don't really.
Yeah, he has
Pursuit
the
of Happiness.
he has the Pursuit of Happiness. He
Was that a
has the
biopic?
It was
might
it
as
wasn't
well.
a kind. It was based off a true story, I think.
He has.
And then he
Concussion.
had Concussion. Yeah, that was the one that I couldn't think of. But Concussion. I didn't hear great things about Concussion. It was all right.
But it was still a good.
It was good. Yeah,
It was
yeah,
still good.
yeah,
It was a good movie. It was more so just. I mean, I guess you could say all biopics are important, but like it was kind of important. I know the NFL really probably didn't like it.
Who played
coming out?
Who played Malcolm X?
Denzel. Oh
Denzel.
damn.
Oh damn.
Denzel.
Oh
Damn.
damn. No, yeah.
Damn.
Knock it up for Denzel.
Yeah.
Denzel.
Oh
Denzel.
man.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Denzel.
Chadwick has some niggas in front of him.
Yeah.
Man. I think Chadwick has some niggas in front of
So
him.
at
He's
least
still up
top
there.
3, or are we just top 5?
He's
type?
top five. He's probably top 4.
Are we forgetting
He's top-
about
he's definitely top
actresses
4.
as well? Like, do we
Oh
have any?
damn. We ain't even.
No.
Yeah.
So
So I was
if the
gonna get
Oscars
into,
are going to separate actors and actresses, we gonna separate actors and actresses because we gonna be here too long
Okay.
if we try
That's
to
true,
point
that's
them above each other.
Because
Yeah, that's
I mean, I can't think of any.
Yeah, I was gonna bring in
I should.
like
That's a shame. But
I don't know. Are we only talking about like I guess well-known people?
No,
Because
if you
the
performed and
Central
like you were
Part
like that.
5.
Oh yeah.
to go
oh
back, but
my
they did-
god!
Well, I didn't watch that.
They did
I didn't
a
finish it.
hell of a job.
Tears,
That shit.
tears
was-
upon tears. Episode 3.
Oh,
I didn't finish it, bro. There
Oh
was a
my
point
gosh.
like, and then there's also Fruitville Station. That's not
Oh,
Fruitville
Fruitville
Station.
Station. But it's not a
Michael B.
biopic.
That's not like a
Jordan.
biopic, but like that's also
Based on
it's
just
like
true
Pursuit of
story.
based on
Yeah.
true story, based off of the
Yeah.
performances done like that.
If it moves you, man,
Damn,
that
bro, black
automatically
people- I mean, if
has
it
to
moves
be.
Damn, bro, black
It's
people
in
are
there. It's in
special.
there. It's in there. Yeah,
no,
yo, we really
no,
are.
y'all gotta watch
We-
Central Park. Y'all gotta.
Oh, I couldn't
I'm
finish
with
it,
you,
bro.
that's
I was-
fine.
I haven't even seen
That
Fruitville
was- it
Station
was-
because niggas was like, it's the saddest movie you'll ever see
Bro,
in your life.
No,
You can't watch it more than
unfortunately,
once,
Central
Bro,
Park.
You have to watch.
You can't watch it
Top
more than
three.
once.
You
You
have
can't
to.
watch Fruitville more than once.
You have to watch it.
That
At
shit will
least
send you
one.
through
I
like
I try
all
to at
the,
least
emotions.
I try to at least watch
When They
shit
See
like
Us.
that.
Except for
once.
When They See Us was really good, but that's
Right,
not
'cause
really
I-
like a
'cause I
vibe. That's
get
just
it.
a
It's people
kind of
That's
like
reality.
That's like
I don't know, you
reality.
just gotta know, like,
No
you gotta know your
boundaries.
history.
It
and then
is
the
what
other
it is.
Especially
ones
from
with
the
David
point of,
Diggs.
just black people. Like Ava.
That one was good too. It wasn't a biopic
Duvall.
either.
Ava
but DuVernay.
Yeah, she did an
Shout out
amazing
to Ava
job.
DuVernay.
Because for example, like, I mean, I thought Roots was one of the most necessary things that I watched. But after I watched Roots,
so
like,
fucking
my
sick
dad
of
feels like this.
Roots.
Yeah, like, my
Come
dad
on,
feels like
man.
this too, to where
Bro,
it's
I
like,
grew up
I'm not
being
very.
called Toby. I'm
not
so sick of Roots jokes.
I'm not very like I'm
that
not,
was my childhood.
I won't go so far as to say like I'm not gonna watch like as I guess the super traumatic black movies like, but at the same time it's like after I saw Roots I was like, bruh, I don't know a lot more that like that shit was painful. It was necessary for me to watch, but I was like, dude, I don't like Roots was something that I watched. I watched all from 1 through 6, and then they were revamping it, and I was like, bruh. Niggas was like, you gonna watch? I was like, why? I've already seen Roots. Like, I know what's going on. Like,
for me, I feel like it's like this is the history I wanted to learn in school, and so it's so it's like I want to take the time, especially because of the fact like this shit is true stories. And so
I feel like it's different when it's a. That's why I want to watch Fruitvale Station. But everybody was like, it's just super, super sad. I don't even like. For example, what was the name of it? I haven't seen the Nat Turner movie. See, that was something that I was really fucking with. Even though I didn't watch it, I was like, bro, I do fuck with this, especially super conceptually, because it's like
I don't watch certain ones. Like I didn't watch 12 Years a Slave.
Wow, those are like
I didn't watch that. That was one of the movies.
No boundaries, like full reality.
Niggas, because I was exactly. I was like, bro, I get it. Niggas was slaves. Not saying because like it's different if you don't know the history, and it's like because I read about the history and like the actual history, all that different type of shit. But just like watching it as a movie, I'd be like, bro, I'm not trying to see this nigga get whipped for like.
Hey, that's why you got movies like Django. That's why you got movies like or shows like Lovecraft Country. Please tell me y'all have at least seen Lovecraft Country.
I've seen clips.
And
I need to
because of Django, we got the
it.
legendary Tyrese clip.
Oh my god.
No.
Like,
Please.
The nigga wasn't in that 90-degree temperature. He didn't know how to act.
Yo, straight up, they just walked in his house. That wasn't even a scene. They just walked in his house. He was already sweating.
That wasn't even Tyrese. That was his stunt double trying to get out. Like, help me, please. I forgot about Hidden Figures too. That was a really good.
I haven't seen it.
Hidden Figures is amazing.
I know what it's about.
Hidden Figures is great. I actually understood like
What's
some of the
name?
too. Straight Outta Compton. That was pretty good.
I forgot about that. Is a biopic.
Straight Outta Compton was like really good.
O'Shea. And shout outs to O'Shea, man.
I think it's important.
I don't got that kind of time.
I think it's also important we talk about Detroit. Anyone saw Detroit?
No, Detroit.
I didn't
Detroit was
honestly,
one
I
of
heard
those
about it.
ones that like I was like I don't
Makes you
know
mad.
if I can really watch this. Yeah,
Makes you mad.
It's
That's
I don't know
like
if I can
when they
really
see
watch
this.
this.
Central Park,
another-
Central Park 5 is
make
one
you
that
mad.
makes.
Yeah, that's why I stopped watching it. It
that's
was one
what
of those ones that was like I'm going to break something because I can't break somebody else.
Like no lie, I wanted to
that's
go
how
outside
it
and find first what.
That's my thing. Bro, that'd be my
Cause
thing, man.
I get pissed off like reading the shit sometimes,
Yeah.
and so it's like, bro, if I have to like see it, like it's just like I have to just be in a better space mentally.
Yeah,
where it's
I
just like,
feel
all
that.
right, I can relax and watch this, and I can not compartmentalize it, but I can understand that. Yes, it happened. It was real, but just learn from it and just be like, this is what happened. Know what happened, and then not really adapt, but look and see how you can change it, if you will. Selma was really
for
good.
me, it's really
I forgot about
seeing
Selma.
like just the depths of like we see it in the sense that okay, they've done this, but like we don't know the other shit that they've done or that they're capable of, or like, and so it's like just the new things that we learn along the way, and we're still learning new shit.
That's the thing, especially about like just slavery. It's just the and just history. Period. American history. We have scratched the surface on what slavery was like.
We have just begun to be in the informational era,
right of like what
That's
slavery
crazy.
was, and
Specifics.
but like the
Specifics you never hear about when you're in grade school.
But like even with that, think about all we know about slavery, and that's still just barely passing the surface. Like we know this stuff happened, and all this stuff about it is like makes you want to pull your hair out, and it's like, bro, it was stuff that was worse than this.
Even the concept,
like that's the thing that gets me. It was like, yo, y'all were worse than
niggas
this.
is always sad.
even the,
Right, like niggas are legit born with PTSD.
even the fact that like just now there are white people who are saying, yeah, this happened. Like, it's crazy. Like that concept alone is insane. Like you have a whole, I mean, it's like you said, in our history books, they're just like, okay, well, America. And then slavery happened, and then like
that's legit
the
it.
slaves, and then like
You go, you know, we live in
we got a little bit of Jim
Georgia.
Crow, but like
Yeah, like we live in
cool
Georgia,
like
so we go back to school in August. So it's August to January. It's like, hey, you know, this is what started World War I and World War II, and this is how America was founded, and yada yada yada. And then it's February, and it's like, hey, first week slavery, second week Martin Luther King, third week's of civil rights. No, I'm sorry. First week's slavery. Second week's Valentine's Day. Third week's Martin Luther King. Fourth week's of civil rights. And then it's just like back to, oh yeah, and fucking like Beowulf.
Get over it.
Like that's it. It's like, oh yeah, Beowulf, and then let's move on. Like what?
I am happy because it's a. I'm not gonna say bittersweet. I am pro. You do have all these different companies like, okay, acknowledging shit now, and I prefer them to acknowledge it than not say anything. It still feels like it's half-hearted to a degree. It feels like, all right, well, this is the trend. This is the trend now. Yeah, this is the trend now, so we need to hop on it unless XYZ happens.
Except for Ben and Jerry's. Ben and Jerry's been with.
Oh yeah, Ben and Jerry's been about that actually.
Ben and Jerry's been with the shit.
Yes.
Shout outs to Ben and
Since
fucking Jerry.
day one.
Yeah, bro. Like those are the people that you really, really actually appreciate, bro.
Right?
Because it's like, it's not saying that people can't change, but like perfect example, the NFL, a complete 180. Like you're barring a nigga from playing football for kneeling, taking a fucking knee, and then suddenly, like literally the second they opened up, football started back. It was shit like they had stuff on the field. Like they were like, all right, and everybody is gonna take a knee, and then everybody on the field takes a knee, but everybody in the crowd was like, boo.
The NFL was like probably the biggest case of performative action. Cause like you compare it to what the NBA did.
Shout out to Kaepernick.
Shout out to Colin Kaepernick. You compare it to what the NBA did, and the NFL, yeah, they have blackballed Kaepernick for 4 years. They have made it hard for anybody who was like with him and speaking out and stuff to get jobs and because what's his name got like drug tested like 30 times a season and shit like that. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. And then after the George Floyd protest, they were like, oh yeah, no, we'll put like end racism on the field and we'll lock arms and take a knee, and they were like, cool, can Kaepernick get a starting job? And we'll wave flags and we'll let you speak out. Can Kaepernick get a job? And look, we'll give black jerseys, and can Kaepernick get a job? No, nigga.
I remember when
and
Jay-Z
then you
was
look
about
at
to be a part of the NFL.
Jay-Z is a part of the NFL. Jay-Z is a part of the NFL.
So it never happened.
No, he is.
He is a part of the NFL. It's
Does
just,
it matter?
it
That shit
doesn't
was so
matter.
hilarious.
That's it. Bro, there was so many
NBA
niggas behind
actually
Jay-Z.
was like,
I was like, oh.
Honestly,
Niggas
the
was really on
stunt,
his
the stunt
back.
with Kaepernick when he was on the South Side, Georgia, near Riverdale, practicing at Charles Drew.
Charles Drew, yeah.
The fact that I lived 6 minutes from that place. Didn't know about it till maybe a couple of hours after. I was like,
You gotta be on Twitter more, bro. That's how I knew about it. I was like, bro, because I'm same. I'm like 10 minutes away from. I was like, I could really just like drive out here and watch him
I'm
practice.
usually late to the party, just a little bit. But what I immediately thought about when I heard that he was there was like, okay, what's the purpose of this? Right? Is he really trying to make a move back into the NFL, which I was hoping for? But a lot of me said it was just for like a statement being made again.
I think it was more for a statement.
It was a statement.
Sucks,
Yeah, it was a
man.
statement. Like
God, I watch his highlights. If you pull up his highlights on this podcast, on this fucking green screen, bro, you're gonna be like, damn, this nigga was special.
Yes.
I'm about to say something so controversial, just for the fuck of saying controversial shit.
You don't think he was angry?
He was. Don't tell me. No, don't do this. Not again. This isn't Tom Brady. This isn't Tom Brady. This is so. Go ahead, bro. Before I
You don't
say
even
it.
understand it.
I'm bullshitting. I was about to say he's better than Tom Brady just to start some shit.
Oh yeah. No. I would have been like,
Oh man,
Was he not like 6'4", just like Tom Brady? He has the same
he's
height.
same- he
and
can run.
shield,
He can run.
and he can scramble. And
Yeah, he
throw.
can scramble. Nah,
biracial
like
angel.
he was like really good. Nah, yeah, he was.
I had to kick that nigga.
He was too.
That is just insane, bro.
Oh my
It's
God.
not even like he made a crazy statement. He
He
was
literally said, "Yo, Black Lives Matter."
basically,
Like, that
bro,
was
they're
like
killing us
it.
and I'm kneeling to
said-
bring like
said
awareness.
awareness.
And then, hey guys, they're killing us.
Hey,
No,
I don't
Hey.
like that this is happening.
can we just get arrested?
you're
Can
gonna
we do something
stand on
bad?
our field,
Like,
nigger.
right? Like, bro,
Like, that's
And
insane. They kicked him out.
the most insane
my
thing about it actually is like he started off sitting. What's really crazy is Marshawn Lynch, I don't think has ever stood for
What's
the,
even crazier than that was Tim Tebow had
Because
a
he
whole
knows how
thing
to
where he
avoid
was
the
kneeling.
lights.
Yeah, he avoids the light.
Anybody
And he does
remember
it with-
Tebowing? Do you remember
Yeah,
Tebowing?
he had a whole trend. Yeah.
But he did it religiously, but
he
it
was
was
praying
okay.
to a white Jesus.
Was it okay though?
He was praying to a white Jesus. Yeah. Yo,
Tebow,
first of all,
a white man in America praying to white Jesus.
It was received better than.
It was a trend. It was a thing. They had a South Park episode about it.
like,
People got mad because he wore the fucking the Jesus scriptures on his shoes.
yeah,
Like it was a trend.
it was a trend.
Excuse me.
The crazy
that
thing.
deserves a. Nope. Lost it.
Kind of time.
I'll find it later. That's what you're saying. It was right there. Did I not press it? Anyway.
It was on
You
the
changed it. What's it called?
Oh,
The crazy thing about Tebow is, before I get back to Kaepernick, the crazy thing about Tebow is, like, bro,
He was actually mid.
he was no. It's not even
better
skill,
than
bro. Like
Bet he
That-
that Kaepernick.
that 2008. No, not even close.
Yeah,
like
no.
that 2008 University of Florida Gators team was wild.
Bro, he was on the team with Aaron Hernandez.
Aaron
He
Hernandez,
needs to go to jail.
the Pouncey twins. Fucking
did you
Urban Meyer was an assistant coach.
He needs to go to jail.
Yeah,
he did
'cause
something.
He was
He
on
was
the
on the
team,
team,
bro.
bro.
He was on the team.
Almost,
No, bro,
So
it
you're
was-
saying
I think
Aaron
a
spilled the beans
third-
to his whole, let's Tebow like,
No,
yo,
no,
I did
no,
this.
no.
or
bro.
half of that team are already in jail or
Right.
arrested.
like in
Bro,
jail
that
arrest.
whole team-
that's
Like
what he was
they're
cheating
not
on
all
some
like
shits,
they're
bro.
not all like that 2008 team had the Pouncey twins, Aaron Hernandez, Cam Newton as the
Yep,
backup. Tim Tebow and Urban Meyer as one of the coaches. Now, if you break it down, Aaron Hernandez got what, like 2 bodies.
Stop.
Cam
Aaron
Newton off the bench.
Hernandez got like 2 bodies. Cam Newton is like low key, maybe not really low key, a domestic abuser. Tim Tebow like is a Jesus freak. I guess you don't necessarily have to say like that's a bad thing. It's just wild to be connected with
I
that.
just feel like anybody who's
Urban
super
Meyer
Jesus
was
freak,
covering
that's
up
what
bribery
Got
and
some shit going on.
Urban Meyer was covering up
Aaron Hernandez, right?
that bribery charges, sexual assault charges from other assistant coaches and other players on the team. Like that team was wild as hell to be led by a Jesus freak who was like, "Oh yeah, prayer above everything else." And like you said, this
Amen,
nigga
though.
kneeled.
Amen to that.
This nigga kneeled, and we were like, "Yeah, he's praying." And then Kaepernick was like, who sat first. He sat first.
Yeah,
And
niggas
then
have
nobody
done that.
said anything about it. They didn't notice it, and he had been doing it since the start of the preseason. Nobody noticed until the cameras picked him up in like week 2, and then they started talking about it. And then Green Beret reached out to him like, "Hey, sitting during the national anthem is disrespectful, because that's disrespectful."
Yeah, he talked to a vet.
Yeah,
It was like-
and the army vet was like, "But I heard," he was like, "But I understand why you're doing it." And he was like, "Yo, you could kneel because
Yeah,
we
do it
kneel
this
to
way.
pray, we kneel for our fallen soldiers, yada yada yada. Kneel is a signing of respect." A fucking army beret said this. And so Kaepernick started kneeling, and they were still like, "Hang this nigger!"
Nigga,
Like
hang
that
this
was
nigga
it.
now.
Like
not
they
with the
never-
afro.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Whoa.
Whoa. Parades and
Slow
afro?
down, nigga.
He was like, "Whoa, you're letting way too much nigger out
We're
here,
calling
bro."
the police.
You're letting
Sir, this man is kneeling.
like the Dave Chappelle joke is the funniest thing. When he was like, "That's a brittle spirit." He was like, they brought Mike Pence in when he came to the Colts game and left early. That was the wildest shit. He
Mike
had
Pence
somewhere
left.
to be. No, he had somewhere to be.
They had nothing to
They
do.
fit
They
the
spun-
Colts
they spun
game
it. They spun it.
into his time for him to land in Indianapolis, go to the Colts game, knowing that he would have to leave early because he knew they would still kneel. And so they kneeled, and then they wanted to make it about that. But Dave Chappelle's joke was, they said they looked up, they were like, "Is that Mike Pence? Come on, nigga. Everybody, woo, tang." And then like they kneeled, and everybody was like, "Ah!" All the white people was like, all these years, that's all it took. All we had to do was kneel. That was it. Like that just made y'all go into a frenzy.
Bro, that was a whole thing, bro. I remember listening to this on like, I've talked about this nigga Jeff so many times, how he would listen to like the Republican radio and they would really bash this nigga. I was like, especially do y'all remember when the
Republicans
ad
are
came
wild
out with
now.
Nike and Nike jumped behind him,
Yeah.
and then that's where the fuck them kids. How did Michael Jordan take over that? How did Jordan meme take over that whole thing, bro?
Fuck them when he said "fuck them kids."
Yeah.
That was before.
That was before.
It was
somebody
before
made a
then,
meme
yeah.
out
They
of
made
it.
another
And now,
meme out of
bro,
it.
it is so potent now. If you see the best memes are the memes you don't have to see the words for. You can just see
You
a
just see
meme
the
of Michael
picture.
Jordan.
You just know.
Grayscale.
You just know
these
that
fucking
picture.
Kids,
You
bro.
know what
like,
it means.
But like
everything,
they, because they jumped behind him with that, and then the people on the radio were just like, "What the fuck? Of all the people, you give it to this man?" I was like, Jesus Christ.
And then they start
Right.
burning their shoes.
Yes, I was like,
No,
what?
no.
Right,
That's what
but
was
like,
killing me. I
but
was
they
like,
were.
why
I don't
is-
even know the name of the Nikes they were burning.
Jesus Christ.
But like,
Ain't Nike, no, they were just like Nike material, period.
Yeah,
There were white
but-
people that were just straight up burning their Nike
but they
shit. And
like
Nike
there were
was
white
like,
people who were burning their Nike shoes while they were still on their feet. I was like, bro, and
And
y'all
even
think
deeper
y'all are the
than that-
master race?
Even deeper
How
than
the
that,
fuck?
you already
there
bought
was
the
people.
shoes.
There was people
That's the other
scaling
thing.
the Capitol walls
But
with
those
Nike shoes.
But those shoes are only like
man.
$30, bro. It's not like they spent that much on it.
Nah, for real.
Like,
Caught
it was
in
like,
4K.
Like that
Caught in
dude.
4K. How
like
did they
that-
catch you in
How did they
4K?
catch you? How?
Yo, no, one of the dudes from the domestic attack got caught because they caught him on camera. He was on somebody's live, and he had on like his company's hoodie with his name and number on the back, and that's how they caught him
Shout out
in
to
4K. I'm like, bro, how?
Shout out to that one.
We need to inflect
Shout out
that
to that
right
one
now.
actual black guy who got arrested.
Who actually got arrested? Well, I mean,
did
you
your
know,
job.
like
Law.
the white people have gotten arrested too. The nigga just won't get bail. Like, you know, the dude with the wolf
He's
hat.
gonna get it just a bit worse.
Yeah, like the dude with the wolf hat got his
Shout outs for
organic
being a
diet.
statistic.
Right, like proof that you can't do what they do.
Oh my
Like,
goodness.
bro.
Oh, the debauchery.
I read something that one lady was able to get out because she was going on vacation to Mexico. And I'm just like, bro, like,
And then that
to
one
be
nigga
white
who was like,
must be
I have
amazing
to,
in this
I
country.
must have
Yeah,
organic
the
food.
organic nigga.
I
Like, he
need
was like, oh,
organic
I'm
food.
not eating until I get organic food. Like, okay,
Give
nigga,
this nigga some
starve.
organics.
Like,
now.
okay, nigga, starve. Like, I don't give a fuck.
That.
Like,
bro,
wow.
jail sucks. Like,
No,
what?
jail only sucks for
If
niggas.
you're black.
That's it.
Or not rich.
Or not rich. Because didn't What's-Her-Face go for like 3 days to a fucking resort for like cheating to get her daughter into college? or
Oh,
something
that
like
scandal, right?
Yeah, and, which I also don't really understand.
$500,000.
I don't know whose side I'm supposed to be on because
Bribery.
like fuck having to pay for college, but also I guess what she did was wrong. I don't know whose side I'm supposed to be on.
Bro, nothing's right in this country.
Like I don't know who to root for.
Nothing's
That's
They
just
getting the
racist.
easy
Nothing's
ride.
right. Nothing makes
all
sense.
good.
There are no heroes. We're all just
Easy rides everywhere.
It's
Since
just
we're
different tiers.
speaking of Black History Month and white women though, let's get into courtside
Oh,
Karen
dude, yeah. Let's
and the
touch on
fact that
Not
LeBron
courtside.
That bitch
in
is
Atlanta
Karen.
Shout out
got
to
a white lady kicked out of a Hawks game.
And she apologized.
And she apologized.
And she apologized. Yes,
Like,
yes, yes.
like LeBron really is
Oh,
King
that
James.
was shoot.
Like he
bro.
really
What?
is King James, man.
Happy Black History Month.
Happy Black History
And it was
Month.
the first day of Black History
Bro,
Month.
it's
Like,
insane, bro.
like LeBron really
I
like.
just want to know where the husband was.
He
They
was
show
right
him
there.
in photos. Y'all saw him. I didn't
Did
see
we-
him clearly in the angles
Did
I
we
was
get
seeing.
an interview from him? Does he have any
He- I
statements
don't-
on it?
No,
Probably,
he
but
hasn't
it's
made
just-
any statements, but I guess like people found his Instagram and it goes. He's been hating LeBron since LeBron played for the Heat.
Right.
like
and wasn't
stuff
it
like
a
that.
comment of dealing with steroids that
Yeah,
sparked
LeBron
the whole
said,
situation?
"Oh, steroid ass nigga," and I guess that's what got her up. And she was like, "Fuck you, LeBron."
Right.
To
And
a
then
white man.
and then he went to her and said, "Sit your ass down." And then the ref stopped the game, and then like she was like going back and forth, and LeBron and I was actually watching this game.
And you
Like,
saw it.
yeah, like I was.
everything,
But the
man.
thing is, like I was watching the game and I was playing 2K, so I had my headset on, so I didn't hear the game. Like I could hear whistles, but I didn't really hear anything going on. So I looked back down. I'm like, I didn't hear a whistle. Like, why are they stopping? Is it a foul? And like the Hawks were coming back, so I was like, damn, bro, they capping for the
Is the
Lakers.
dude a black dude or a white dude?
White dude. He's like
He was like,
Did
white.
LeBron call
No,
his
his last
name
name
in?
is Carlos, man. He might be like.
I don't.
and he has a
He
25-year-old
called it-
Karen that's on
She
the
doesn't
side.
look 25.
She looks
25.
no,
She
man.
literally. I was
25.
like,
She's not
I'm
25,
about
bro.
to be
She's
25.
getting
She
attention.
really
I
is.
am
Doesn't look
25,
human,
bro.
to be honest.
She doesn't.
She looks like
a
them shits
deep
off of Men
breath.
in Black.
Yeah.
Like that's what she
There's
looks
so many
like,
things, a
bro.
deep breath, a half
A
empty
deep
bottle
breath,
of
yeah,
toothpaste.
yeah. It's like she looks like
The
all that
surgery in
shit.
her lips. It just,
Oh my god, yeah.
it's
Like when I saw it, I was like, bro,
out
what's
there.
happening? And all I saw was
What's
like,
happening?
all
What am I
saw
looking
was
at?
LeBron laughing. I saw John Collins laughing. I was like, oh, okay, what happened? They're pointing at the bench, and also the thing that came up to me was like, Oh, there's fans in the Hawks game?
No, that's I've been saying that.
I was like,
the
they're
tickets are
letting
expensive,
fans
but you can the tickets are expensive, but it's basically like
Yeah, because they can only be courtside.
no. You can get tickets like
You can get tickets up in the bowl?
not all the way up, but you can just get. They have them spread out.
Oh,
Like,
okay. I thought they were only
like,
courtside.
Maybe sections 100.
Okay. Because like when you
It's
look
like
at the
a private
broadcast, the
viewing.
other side is all
Yeah,
taped off.
because they have. It's
So
like
it's
one
like-
side is basically like you said, like shut off, and then they have spots like kind of in
in
the
there where
corners.
you can get
and-
a ticket. Yeah.
Yeah,
So like that was the
I
thing.
was looking at the Denver Nuggets game in February. I was trying to go.
How much is
It was
that
like $250.
That's
Yikes.
not that bad. Where is it? Where's depending on where the seat is? I'll go. I want to see Jokic
It's
play.
100.
I wanna see Jokic
100
play.
section.
Oh yeah, no.
That's
Like,
expensive for the 100 section.
Right.
They're not that expensive,
But it's
like regularly.
No, but it's nobody in there. You can see
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
That's
it's
the
like
thing,
nobody.
there's no
in
one
there. You
in
have
there.
to. The only I think I heard you got to do the. I don't know if you have to do a COVID test to get in, but I think you do because you have to be negative.
Yeah, you
And-
have to do it negative.
Yeah, you gotta have a negative COVID test to get in. I don't know how that works with like if you were positive. Like, do you get your money back? Because like I like the owners of the Hawks. I don't think they're crooks, so I would like to believe that you do. But you know, it's a capitalist country. I wouldn't give you your money back.
I mean,
being
I
honest with
feel
you.
like I would go test before I paid for the tickets, but that's just me.
I think you still have to do it there. Though.
How do they know? Is it like I guess it's an instant.
No, they have the rapid results. You just take one of those.
Huh?
No, they have the rapid results where you. I don't know if that's the saliva one or what, but they have the result. Like that's similar to the ones. Now most of the tests that you can take are quicker. The period of like waiting like a week or so to find out is pretty much over. You can
There are
find
some
your-
instant at home.
Yeah, you can get your
ones
instant at home
that
ones, and then
do.
you can get some rapid ones that are done like in a couple of days if you do it like yourself. But they can let you know like in real time. They're actually putting like COVID test kit vending machines in airports because most airlines are going to start.
We're here now.
Dude, they're putting
requiring you
them
to
in
have a positive
spas.
test.
I invested in a spa called like Expra or something like that, and they're like a spa that's based in like a lot of airports, and they did.
Yeah, that
they
makes sense that
put
they're putting them
COVID
in there.
testing shits in there.
Oh,
Crazy.
yeah. It makes sense. They're also talking. I'm very confused as to why they're talking about. Is it official? Are they bringing the All-Star game here to Atlanta?
The last thing Wash said was they are progressing closer towards it for March 7th.
It'd be funny if it don't happen. I'm just gonna.
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna be honest with you.
This is
I
the
don't
worst
want it
place
to happen.
This is the worst
I
place
don't.
for
I
it to
don't.
happen.
Like
Honestly,
that, and
it
also
You
is.
can walk outside in Atlanta and catch COVID.
right. But even more so than that, like I'm not like ignoring the COVID aspect of it.
Paint a pin with no man.
Yeah,
With
the
me
strip
saying
clubs
this,
and shit here. You know
but
James Harden going to have it.
Catching COVID at the All-Star game isn't why I don't want it to be here. Why I don't want it to be here is because back in, I think, 2017, we were in the bidding war with Charlotte. And they were about to take it from Charlotte because Charlotte passed a bill against transgender bathrooms. And the NBA was like, hey, no, we're going to pull it. And they were like, we're going to go to Atlanta. And Atlanta, I don't think has had it since maybe 2000 or 2002.
You want it during the better year.
I want it during a year where I feel comfortable going. Where like I could legit go and it's a whole weekend and I can actually have fun at the All-Star game.
yeah.
Instead of y'all being like, oh yeah, no, we're gonna bring it like during COVID. Atlanta's like still like top 7. Georgia's still like top 7 in COVID cases. So why would you bring it
That's
here
what I was saying.
for
like,
that reason, number one. And number two, like I think it was supposed to be in like Indiana.
It's literally about
some
to
shit.
not make like people are just gonna go flood to the arena.
And it's about
Yeah,
to get
like that's
hot
it.
again.
Yeah, and it's March, like it's spring here,
said-
and
wait, they're
it's
doing
supposed
it
to
in
be March
March?
7th.
Oh, that makes
And they
sense.
originally were going to do it at the AUC. Like, they were going to sponsor HBCU and do it at one of their
They
gyms.
literally need
Like, they
to
were going to
do
do it at Clark's basketball court.
They literally need to do that.
That seems better.
Like, cause I don't. You're right.
Slightly.
Because I'm not. I do want to be able to be like, hey, I'm down here at the goddamn
Right.
shit.
Like, the thing about it,
shit,
like, the
but-
thing about it being in your city is, like, you don't necessarily have to go into the game.
to
Like,
experience it. Yeah.
all the fun shit that you can do
It's outside.
downtown Atlanta, like when there's more people, is more fun. Like when the Super Bowl was here, I wanted the Patriots to get the fuck out of town, but downtown Atlanta was
Deadass.
really fun.
I just went
That was a
downtown. I
trash
just
Super
not watched the
Bowl.
game
It was a
that
trash
evening. I
Super
just went. I just went downtown.
Just to
I walked
see the-
around. Yeah, I walked around.
Bro, I was down
Like
there
I was,
too.
yeah, like
It was
I
niggas-
work,
I
I
didn't feel
work.
it.
I can see the Mercedes-Benz Stadium if I just stand up from my cubicle and look outside. So, like, I deliberately went out to eat lunch that week just so I could go down to like the CNN Center and shit and be around it. Like, it was just fun. That's not gonna be the same with niggas walking around with COVID.
It was niggas that
Like, it's
had
just
nothing to do. It was. I saw more people that had nothing. Well, no, there were quite a few Patriots fans here, but it was like it was Patriots versus Rams, right?
Yeah.
It was hardly any Rams people here, and
that
there were
game
like
was
most of
so
the fans
bad.
were just from random places, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how the Super Bowl
Baltimore.
works.
It was a weak Super Bowl, and honestly,
It was, and that's
the
just how the Super
atmosphere
Bowl
wasn't
works.
there.
But I'm about to say
People aren't fans.
people buy tickets before the actual Super Bowl before they even know. So I guess that makes sense. That it would just be a cash.
1,000? How much are tickets
It's
now?
like 3,000 something.
Oh, they've
I
won
think the cheapest ones are
after
I think the cheapest
taxes
ones are like
or
3,500.
before taxes?
Yeah, like
It makes sense to be a Patriots fan to buy a Super Bowl ticket every year too.
not this year. No, it makes
this
more
year,
sense to be a Tom Brady fan and buy a Super Bowl.
I
I think like at this point you could be a Chiefs fan and buy a Super Bowl ticket every year.
that's true. Chiefs,
Fuck Tom Brady.
Steelers.
Hey.
No, not the Steelers. Not the Steelers. Not near.
You actually
You're
have
right. At this
no
point, it's
reason
probably-
to say
At this point,
that.
it probably is. Yeah, it probably is just the Chiefs. You have other teams that are like
do.
close, but at this point, it's
you
probably
do?
just the Chiefs.
Yes.
Interesting. What does he do to you?
They found a MAGA hat in his life.
Oh yeah, no, Tom Brady. That's what I was
my
saying,
reason.
bro. No,
no.
Tom Brady is in fact.
See,
like,
everything I hear when I hear this, I'm just like, is this true?
See, no, I don't fuck with Tom Brady, the person. I fuck with Tom Brady, the football player. They two different
I
individuals.
don't fuck with Tom Brady, the football player.
I fuck with Brady, the football player.
You know,
The
honestly,
you don't
individuals-
fuck with him either way.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
No,
the individual
honestly-
was whack. The individual was
honestly-
dog shit.
It happened.
Honestly, I fucked with the individual Tom Brady slightly more before the MAGA hat than I fucked with the football player Tom
That's the
Brady.
thing. Are you mad at Tom Brady for being a MAGA supporter?
Slightly, I am more so mad at Tom Brady. Like,
I'm not mad at him.
I'm not surprised about it. Like, it sucks,
Found his way.
but
to
it's not
the
like surprising. It's just kind of like, really? Like,
regarding the situation
in this
with
economy?
the hat, since I didn't know about that on myself. It's
yeah.
funny. He denies like basically responsibility or
he is,
ownership of it. 'cause
he is
said,
really good friends with Donald
Right, he
Trump.
said he had good friends and they put it in his locker.
You know,
I
he both times.
I absolutely refuse to believe that Tom Brady is that disconnected to not know. What
I don't
the
know.
fuck
Okay,
MAGA
I don't
is.
know if Tom Brady voted for Donald Trump the second time. Maybe not.
He definitely did.
I'd hope
He's played with a lot of different teammates.
That's what I'm saying.
And those teammates have better have shown him.
That's what I'm saying. The first time,
wake up. That's it.
The
That's
first
all.
time Tom Brady voted for Donald Trump,
they have?
I don't believe. I want to say
voted
I
for
don't
Trump,
believe Tom Brady voted for Donald Trump this time. Not just because of the as you said. Okay, well Tom Brady's playing with some different people this time, and he's definitely playing with
Do you
some
really-
niggas.
do
He's
you
played
really-
Wait,
with a
not
whole
just that,
bunch
not
of
just
brothers.
that, not just
Yeah.
that, but also Trump embarrassed our country, and I don't think
I don't think Tom Brady cares about the country that much.
I think he does. I
I agree with
I
him.
don't think Tom
I
Brady
agree
cares
with
about the
him.
country that much.
But he has
bro, he's an
all he
American.
cares
I
about
also-
is winning. His
I also-
That
Right.
winning all American football. I think he really does give a fuck about America.
I don't. I also,
Especially
I
playing for
also,
the Patriots for as long as he has.
Patriots have nothing to do with that shit.
The
No,
Patriots.
no Boston team.
They're in Boston.
No,
Boston. You don't think Tom Brady? You think Tom Brady would literally be like, you know what? Fuck America. Like,
No, he doesn't. No, he's not.
after he retired.
No, he's
Like,
not
he
gonna be
literally
like.
had nothing else to
He's not
fucking
gonna
do.
be like fucking. I also don't think the input of. I also don't think the input of the other race players that Tom Brady plays with
Has anything to do
matters with his opinion
But
on
the thing,
Trump.
It
Because like,
shouldn't matter.
look,
I think-
I'm not
I think-
necessarily
it
out
shouldn't
here saying like he is a super MAGA supporter and he voted for. I don't know if he voted for Trump the second time. I don't really care. But the thing is, if let's say he did, after all of this shit, he did still vote for Trump. And Mike Evans, Chris Goodwin, Leonard Fournette, whoever the fuck, came up and was like, "Yo, you voted for Trump? What the fuck, man?" He would be like,
whatever,
he's like, "Yeah." He honestly, like honestly, what do you
Tom
expect?
Brady
Tom?
probably
You're like, "Oh
could-
yeah, no,
you know
let
what?
me care about
You
you."
know what?
He has 6 rings,
Dude, you
He's
can't be
going for
racist.
his 7th.
Why would
And
you-
he's like, and all they're like, "Damn, bro, I can't fuck with you." He's
But
like,
why
"All
would
right,
you
but do
vote
you
for
want a
Trump?
Super Bowl?"
I feel like a lot of the people that voted for Trump originally, if we're like, okay, Tom Brady probably voted for Trump. I feel like not that you have to fuck with America, but you gotta fuck with America, if that makes sense. The
You
image
fuck
of
with
America.
capitalism
Yeah, but that's America.
and being rich.
That's America.
And voting for Trump still was in his best interest this year, if you just look at it like that. Like, Tom Brady doesn't have to care about black people.
I didn't say black, I said America, not black people. I feel like it's either black people or America. I mean, money.
I don't.
But
think,
I feel like it's one of the
I don't
two.
think he cares about America either.
You don't think he cares about either on an equal level?
No.
I would be
Jesus
pressing
Christ!
buttons right now.
I
don't know this freaking
I don't-
order
I don't-
of everything, bro.
I don't think America really moves the
He said-
needle for him.
Which one you want to press?
I don't freaking know. I'd rather that we've been abusing this. Yeah, let's get acquainted with this, bro. We deserve to use like all this shit.
Not
Bro.
necessary all the way through.
Let's just get acquainted with this, cause
This is
the red one seems to have the more suitable.
this is why I don't think Tom Brady gives a fuck about America. Because he's going to have money regardless.
But
It doesn't matter.
Tom Brady can't be Tom Brady in China. It's America.
Could you repeat that?
Tom Brady can't be Tom Brady in China.
We're not
He's
going
just like a white man.
like even with Trump, we're not going to go down to like China's like levels
I
of
don't know if I want to.
government.
Do you look? Do you think?
I don't know if I want to give my limited benefit of the doubts to
No.
Tom Brady voting for.
Like it
But,
doesn't
okay,
move
but
the
do you
needle
get
for
what
me.
I'm-
But if I had to like say, do I
you
think
get
he
where I'm
voted for
coming
Trump?
from?
I'd probably say yes.
I see the chance in him doing it, but
I'm not talking about voting for Trump. I'm more so talking about. Do you think Tom Brady gives a fuck about America?
I don't. I really
No.
don't.
You
I
don't?
really don't.
I don't think he does.
What?
don't.
Do you don't think he does?
I don't
I
think
really
he
don't.
does.
Wow.
Like what do you, okay,
I think
no,
he
actually,
really-
what do you mean like gives a fuck about America? Like what in America?
Like
does
in
he
the
give-
same way Drew Brees was like,
No, absolutely not.
Ooh.
Absolutely not.
Because
No.
Tom Brady is smarter than that, bro.
I mean, he's smarter.
Apparently,
He's
He
smarter.
knows
He
to
is
keep his
smarter
mouth.
than
He
that.
tries to keep his mouth
He's
He's
definitely
smarter
smarter.
than that.
But do you think he gives a like?
he gives a fuck about his family and his money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
and his wife Giselle, like, I mean,
Is
why
she-
else
He
would
gives a fuck
Is she
about his
beautiful? Is she a
lifestyle.
beautiful
No,
white woman?
no. He gives a fuck about his lifestyle.
But she's like an actress, but
She's a model.
He's living the American dream. How do y'all not think Tom Brady? Like, where else could Tom Brady be on the planet? If the universe reshuffled,
if I'm
Tom Brady
doctor.
could.
if I'm
I see him as a
being
doctor.
if I'm being honest,
Tom Brady can't exist anywhere but
Tom
America.
Tom Brady is living the same
He
lifestyle
can go to
as
Canada.
like
Canada. He can go to Canada.
as a
yeah.
smart Donald Trump.
That's the Americans.
The
Man,
American
what?
dream, bruh. Tom Brady is the pinnacle of white success.
But they don't really care about America.
Yes, they do.
No, they care about their exploits.
But
They don't really
America's
care
a
about
part- America.
America. Like they don't care like if the country is shit. Like they don't care if the economy for everybody else sucks. They don't
That's
care if people are
honestly
homeless.
any
it's
Like they
all
don't.
A-tier
attached- but it's all
celebrity.
attached.
That's
But-
any A-tier celebrity.
But that's
Like,
what-
same thing for Drake. You think Drake really cares about America?
He's
Why do you-
Canadian.
He loves Canada. Drake gives a fuck about Canada. Drake obviously
First
gives a
of
fuck about
all,
Canada.
Aubrey said, "How you let me run it down here? I'm not even from around here."
Bro,
That nigga
Drake
literally
cares.
thinks that I can come to America and do whatever the fuck I want.
Yes,
He
bro.
does not care about us. He does care
I
about
think he cares
Canada.
about cities. He cares about Canada.
He cares about Houston, Atlanta,
and-
Vegas.
I don't think he cares about Vegas. I think he cares about New York, Houston, and Atlanta.
Florida.
Yeah, I can see that. Houston,
Florida.
New York, and Atlanta. Nah, he doesn't care about that.
Oh no, he'd be making songs for no reason.
Except
From
for
Florida with
that one
love,
time.
y'all ain't
And-
fucking
and-
song.
And
Randomly.
he'll shout out New Orleans. 'cause of,
Randomly, have
Wayne.
y'all seen that meme? It's so funny how you can just run things in reverse and they're funny as fuck. Like when
The
they
God's Plan meme when
yeah,
he's
when
taking
he
the
takes
money.
the money and the family's crying and he takes
I
the money
saw-
and puts
Oh
it
my
behind his
god!
And it looks like they're sad.
I was like,
That shit is
so
hilarious.
totally
evil.
different
That
context.
shit's so hilarious.
Like,
That shit is
I
so
did see
evil,
that. That was
bro.
the first time I saw
Oh,
somebody
man.
do that shit was when they did it with Lil Baby putting on the 4 p.m.
And they-
chain,
and
and
he
they
was
did it in
taking-
reverse, and he took the 4 p.m. chain
It's, like,
off.
it's funny because like if you know the
You're not
video,
4 p.m.
you see him show it and then give it to him. So when he takes it off, he just takes it. He's like,
Bruh.
like I took this. It's like when he takes it, he's like,
shows
I
it.
took this.
He's like, yeah, this is mine.
And it's even funnier because the thing that was going on at the time was like the meme where he tweeted and he was like, that nigga is not 4 p.m.
So everybody just put that. They just put that like as a sticker in the video and would take it from me. Or if somebody says something, they would take it off. Like my favorite,
my
but
God.
still my favorite 4PF meme is like, bro, don't cry and get caught on the internet. Cause when Biden cried when he got the Medal of Freedom from
Oh
Obama,
my God! And they put
they
this shit
put
around his
baby-
neck. Oh my God! I have that meme in my phone. I dead ass be like, niggas
Bro,
be saying
that
my
is
shit.
my
I be like,
favorite meme,
you are
bro.
4PF. Like I took the little baby shit. This nigga not 4PF, and I just took off the knot. This nigga is 4PF. Amazing, bro.
Like that is.
I love when they do it
hilarious,
with
bro.
music, and that one meme where that kid is stepping off the curb, and they're
Turn
like,
it off.
turn it off,
Turn it off!
turn it off.
Oh my
That
God,
was
bro.
fucking hilarious.
I thought, damn, there was one that I thought you were talking about, but it doesn't even matter at this point. But whatever. Speaking of memes, speaking of internet craze, let's talk about my wife.
Your wife.
Your wife.
No.
I mean, obviously, I've proclaimed my love publicly.
You know what? I can't. You know what?
I invited
Miss
Chloe.
Chloe,
I
today.
cannot have
Is
more
that
than
what we're
one
talking
cancer
about?
I'm
woman.
sure
I
she's
invited
seen
Chloe
it.
to
I'm sure
ruin my
she's
life.
seen it.
All right.
I obviously was raised better than all you niggas.
Oh my God!
I obviously was
My mama
raised.
said
I
I'd
was,
never be-
I
I told
was
my mama I'd
obviously
never be like
raised
those
to
coots.
serve my wife,
Oh
to
my
cook
God!
for my wife.
Look,
She's
man,
a queen.
I can't have because it's sad
she
because I
fine,
can't
so.
have more than one cancer queen.
All right,
I
so
can't
this
have both
nigga's
Kelly
disqualified.
and Chloe.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
think I might, man. I'm sorry.
Disqualification,
It's
sorry.
not disqualification.
This nigga's
man.
disqualified.
I'm still able to change my mind. I'm a young man. I'm a young black man. Happy Black History Month.
It doesn't matter, bro. Chloe can ruin my life.
No, she can't. Straight up.
Chloe can do
Dude,
whatever she wants to me. Bro. It
That
does
ass,
not matter.
That ass. So the Busted Challenge, I was like, this is fire. But I don't be bookmarking shit, bro. Literally,
Oh,
I
that was a
remember.
blessing. Yeah, it was a blessing.
It was a blessing. I was literally
That
in
thing
the
was
middle
tiny.
of nowhere, and I saw it, and I was like, bro, it wouldn't load. Like it was like it would keep
Damn.
getting up to the point where she'd be like, and it would just stop, and I'd be like, oh my God, I have anxiety. Like I need. Where's the rest of the video? And then eventually it loaded. That's the first video I bookmarked on Twitter.
Oh no, I had the screen recorded.
Oh my
screenshot,
God.
bookmark.
I don't normally screenshot stories, bro, but when she has the phone down and like you just see the clouds, like
She
bro,
just been
like, that-
surfing, bro.
Like that picture is just. I was like, yo, I got a screenshot.
Bro, she
this.
has dead ass just been
Black
surfing.
women are
Like-
the
like-
blueprint.
The pinnacle.
Like honestly,
The
bro, I'm about to
blueprints,
unfollow everybody, and it's just about to be Chloe.
Bro,
Shout out to black
literally.
women.
It doesn't matter what social network is. Like
And then she's so
Twitter, Instagram. If she got a Facebook, I'm putting her
about-
post
She
notifications on.
confident.
So for you
And-
guys, I'm about to look up our compatibility.
Look
You
at
guys already
you.
lost.
It doesn't matter. Like I don't care.
Us.
She's already mine. There's nothing else you can do,
Look, man.
You're gonna
people,
be real disappointed.
Yeah, bro.
You don't want to do that.
people-
bro. Don't do
How do
this.
you know that I haven't already done it for
I
all
don't
of you
know
niggas?
because
I'm already ahead. Like, I mean,
Y'all
are we
gon-
gonna do this right now?
Y'all gonna be real hurt when you see her and my close friends on Instagram.
Oh my
You just gonna see- you just
God.
gonna see me pop up.
Y'all niggas are actually.
You gonna see the green circle pop up, and it's just me and her laid up, glued up,
Look, man.
all deep in
I
my
don't need- I don't need-
feelings.
Look, man. I'm looking at her right now. I'm not listening to shit nobody's saying right now.
Like,
But that
bro,
shit
like
said-
it's already set in
And
stone.
she be producing music. We can teach each other tricks, man.
That's already set in stone.
Yeah, but I can
bro.
dance. So,
Steps
but
ahead.
I can dance.
man.
So,
Her birthday's July 1st.
but I can dance. So I'm not
and
trying
July
to.
I'm-
1st.
and
You
I'm
don't even know her
Caribbean,
birthday, bro.
so
Come on.
It's
Look,
just-
man.
Come on, bro.
You worry about the wrong.
Do you even know what time she was born? How deep in this can you get? I don't know what time she was born. I'm not about to.
Look, man. Look, man.
wild.
I'm just saying. Damn.
39%. Look at
It's
that, bro.
remarkably
It's
low.
red.
But
That's not for you.
the thing is,
That's not for you, bro.
Man.
It's not for you.
so
Well,
can
you know, some things don't last forever, but you got to be able to give things a try at least every once in a while. Man. Sometimes you got to go against
She
your
gonna
grains.
respond to one of my DMs one of these days soon,
One of these
alright?
days
So, you know.
tell you that she's coming to the stream, but it's just gonna be me and her doing an interview.
Nah, I'm the social
In
media
Portugal.
guy. I'm the
Away from everybody.
I'm the social media guy. Alright?
I mean, it's fun.
You wanna take a trip to London to see your sister? I know you miss her. Let's go. Cause I gotta go back to London. London's fun.
man. So when it comes to the Chloe thing, right quick, what do y'all think? What do you think these people look like? Let's define the stereotype of the people who are hating on Chloe on what she's done.
Dude,
honestly, I think
we got the
most of
stereotype.
I think
I
most
didn't
of
even
the
know
women
hating
who-
was happening.
I think most of the
I wasn't even aware.
I didn't see like most of the
Until
hating.
I heard people talking about hating, but I was like, people are hating?
Yeah,
For what?
I think most of the people who are hating,
Come
Ain't got no
from-
man.
yeah, I think they're just jealous and just like not confident in themselves.
Yeah.
Day 3 on all
Oh,
women
man.
Twitter
Oh,
apps.
Yo, the memes on
This
that
is
were
a sign
crazy.
of, like, I
didn't
really-
even want to talk about
Like
this.
I really don't want to get
What
too
do
deep
y'all
in
not
that.
get? We need each other.
Like I
God
really
damn.
didn't want to get too deep in
day,
it.
right?
But I remember when I first saw it it was a couple days before she was out here double caked up on the Tuesday afternoon. On
Apparently she
Instagram.
kicked up all the time.
She is like
really is.
she is all the time.
It doesn't
If you-
stop.
On the Tuesday.
But like it was like a couple days before that they were like, this is why we need an all women Twitter app, and I was like, that's not gonna work how you think it is, because like y'all are also some haters. Like
I'm not gonna hold you. An all dude Twitter app might be the funniest thing.
that shit would be absolutely hilarious.
Cause niggas just would go crazy.
Like,
with
that shit would
no
just be
fucks
absolutely
given. It would
hilarious.
actually be not toxic. Like that would be probably the one place we could not be toxic at. We
I
probably be
would,
toxic.
I would disagree with that.
Niggas would be toxic.
But it would get untoxic.
Like,
Niggas would
niggas-
be-
it would be
Niggas,
toxic and non-toxic.
niggas are still
Unfiltered.
predatory
Yes.
and toxic and all that
Actually,
shit.
We
Yeah.
do have to. We do have
They
to.
just, like niggas just wouldn't get
be
called
accountable
out
for
on
that.
it.
So,
Yeah, like,
okay.
we do have to be accountable.
On the
for that.
positive,
Like,
on the
niggas
positive
just would not be
because you're
called
right. There's
out for
always
it.
the negative end, but I just mean okay, perfect. I think I've talked about this before. So on like 2K, right? This happens all the time. Whenever I argue with my teammates, we win. But we don't win at first. We'll start out losing and we'll argue with each other. And I'll be like, I hate these niggas. And then I don't know, something happened around like third quarter and niggas be like, you know what, bro? Let's just tighten up, bro. We can do this shit, bro. We pull out the fucking victory.
niggas friendships. Well, I guess
I would say
technically-
on certain topics, yeah.
Yeah, when
it
when-
would definitely.
But
be
like
a
when it
safe
comes
haven.
to insulting, like that brings niggas closer together.
That's what I'm saying.
Cause like it's
roast,
never like
God.
it's never really like malicious.
we don't need segregated anything.
Yeah, like when
Well, unless it's all
women
black,
will
but-
insult each other to like legitimately hurt
each
them.
other, yeah.
Like niggas will insult each other to motivate niggas. Like yo, y'all are fucking trash.
Or I might,
Tighten up.
or to
Like
yeah,
that.
No.
That's
Take
y'all
out
are
the
fucking
tighten up
trash.
part.
Tighten
Take
up.
out the tighten part.
I mean,
It don't be tighten up. It don't be tighten up. It wouldn't be like you
They will-
whack,
You
bro.
whack,
and
bro.
then
Like,
walk away.
Or like I'm
What?
sick of carrying you niggas. Like y'all
Yeah,
fucking
bro.
suck.
That shit be
And it'd be
so
like-
great, bro. Oh my god.
It's
bro.
like, all right,
Like,
let me
that's
show you.
really
Right
it.
quick.
Like,
Let me show
yeah,
you
like,
right
it-
quick.
it-
Yeah, cause
That's the composed
right, cause
dude.
yeah, cause niggas are like,
we got
oh,
too
I'm
many.
trash.
We got
Yeah,
too many niggas out
uncomposed
here.
niggas. There's
Right.
a lot of niggas that's not
Take that shit personal,
They,
bro.
they had a
Right.
lower frequency, bro.
I took it personally.
Bro, that's how it. Man, that's really how it be, bro. Niggas take a lot of shit personally, super unnecessarily, bro.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
don't
yeah.
need to segregate anything.
You don't need to segregate anything. Like,
unless it is black.
and then Chloe came out double cheeked up and proves that.
Yeah.
Really on both sides. But she did
Really
prove that you
on
don't
both
need
sides.
anything
This
segregated.
tastes like green beans, bro.
Green beans, positive, negative.
Following up
That's
with
the
Chloe,
It gives me like
Miss
Popeye's green beans.
Miss Jordan Woods also applied pressure.
Oh,
Jordan.
she did.
Now-
Chloe responded with more pressure. Pressure makes diamonds.
Honestly,
I love what we going through right
honestly,
now.
bro,
I love the power
like
struggle.
2020 has been great.
How about
2021?
SZA?
2021, yeah, has been great. Like
SZA
we've had,
actually been low key stunning too.
So, yeah.
If y'all
SZA been
noticed,
stunning for a
SZA
while.
fine.
I saw
we
SZA
had
and
the
Calvin
Buses
studio together.
challenge. We had the silhouette challenge.
The silhouette has its problems.
Niggas
Y'all
don't
know,
No,
like,
because niggas
Silhouette
are
doesn't have the
predatory.
problems. Niggas have
Niggas
problems.
are predatory,
Yeah.
bro. Like you honest, like how do you even think like
Oh,
I can
bet.
remove that red? And
I mean,
can-
okay. Not in defense.
I
Not,
was like, what the hell is happening?
that's what I'm saying.
I'm like,
Not,
bro, like,
not in
why?
defense. It's like not in defense of like niggas coming up with that idea because it's a simple thing to do, but it's more so like why. Once again, it's like why would you do that? It's literally infinite free pornography on the internet where you could just like go look at actual shit, or you could just pay for a girl's OnlyFans and just actually see actual shit. No,
But
better
one
than-
woman deciphered
talk
it.
to
or
an actual
girl,
or talk to an actual girl.
And that's like the main thing.
The
thought about
line-
that one?
Like I know we
literal
can't
bottom-
really go outside, but
Bro, we
You can still talk to
that's not the
women.
world. That's not the world. But even like the concept of like, oh, not only am I gonna do this, I'm gonna put this on YouTube.
I'm gonna create an app for this.
There's an app for
There
it.
is an app for it.
That's absolutely disgusting.
It was one thing one girl said on Twitter, like, that answered that it's really that men get a kick out of shit they're not supposed to do. That's the common sense way to put it. They said, obviously you got your remedies,
That's
you got
fair.
porn and shit,
Yeah,
but
sure.
That's fair.
what is it that men crave? You said that predatorial shit, right?
I do not crave predatorial.
No, not
It's
you,
the
not you.
levels
Like
to
in
it.
general,
It's
it's the
the-
man.
But
it's
yeah,
the levels to it. That's what it
it's
means.
definitely.
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
understand
like
that concept of being
It's a
like.
thing of being aware of that and not taking action, and then also just taking accountability. And
It's also
so-
channeling that. Excuse me. It's also channeling that to the right things. My bad. Like, yeah, I get a kick off of doing something that I'm not supposed to do.
in a sense, it's dark humor.
But let's not,
But
like,
no,
let's
it's not-
not be
it's just
predatory.
No,
See,
yeah.
I'm about to say the predatory. See, I that concept of like doing stuff that you're not supposed to be able to do and getting away with it. I love hacking shit. Like finding out ways to get into things that I'm not supposed to be able to get into. Not stuff like that, but being like, oh yeah, dude, I can figure out a way around the system to do.
Yeah, I love doing
what-
that.
that
I love
type of
figuring out a
stuff
way to
is
get
fun.
around the system and not like pay full price or whatever.
Pay full price.
Not do any of that shit. I
Use
love
a white
doing
man
that.
To pay for my. No, let me not say that on stream. But whatever the case may be, like
I feel like the whole computer science department literally just shared all the books and everything.
Facts. Yeah.
We didn't pay for anything.
No, we didn't.
dude, every time I do something like that, I feel like that meme of the dude on the computer. With
Yeah.
Bro, like, and the thing is, like, most STEM majors were like that, except for this one thing. I was in the group chat for computer science, and I had took physics 1, like, my sophomore year, and then I didn't take physics 2 until my senior year. So I had the PDF for the workbooks for physics, but I couldn't find it in my email, and I couldn't get in touch with the dude who got it to me. So I dropped it in the computer science group me. And I was like, yo, does anybody have the workbooks for physics? I'm not trying to spend the $70. And somebody hit me. 2 people hit me back. One dude hit me back, was like, yo, I can get it to you for $9. And I was like, I got it for free already. I'm not about to pay you $9.
$9.
Like, I will, like, nigga, I will fail before I pay you for $9 for this shit. And then somebody else hit me and was like, yo, you still need it? What's your email? I was like, yo, bet, bless you. And I got it for free. I was like, bro, first of all, if I'm not paying $70, like, it's the principle. It's not the money.
Bruh.
It's the principle. I'm not paying for it.
for
Like,
it.
I had it for
Whatever.
free.
Hey,
Bro, I will never
I
forget the
literally
first time
asked
I
if
heard
someone
that
had
shit.
it.
Right, not can I
wanna
buy
pay
it.
less for this.
Right, like, yo, who has this PDF?
Bro, the first time I heard that statement, this is a random story, bro. The first time I heard that statement, I was coming home from school.
You saying it's the principle?
It's not such and such and such as the principle. And after that, I swear I heard it like every week, once a week for the rest of my life because I get it. But the nigga was not fucked. He was in the wrong for his position. And it was so funny. I was on the way back from school, and there's a gas station up the street from my school, and they used to have this place called Philly Favorites. So I go into Philly Favorites. It was a long line. I was hungry as fuck. I was like, I'm gonna just get a burger. Basically, a nigga ordered a double cheeseburger, and they forgot to add the fucking bacon on the burger. So they added the bacon on the burger, and they taxed this nigga. It's $1. It's 7 cents on the dollar. And the nigga basically spazzed, and he was like, "Why the fuck are y'all double taxing me?" He was like, "We're not double taxing you. Like, you pay, like, we forgot to add the bacon. We added the bacon. It's $1.07. No, you already applied the tax. You can't tax me again." They went back and forth about this until this buff ass
Yes,
chef
they
walked
can.
from behind the counter and almost slapped this nigga out with the burger. And it was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. But he kept saying it. He was like, his niggas was like, "Bruh, we'll give you 7 cents." He was like, "Bruh, I got 7 cents. It's not the 7 cents. It's the principle." And when, it was like, oh my God, you just do not get
When
it.
you say it's not this, it's the principle, you're technically never in the wrong. You can always spin that in your favor.
You can, but you are wrong because like
He
you
wasn't
did get-
wrong, 'cause
you
they
did get
can double
taxed.
tax. Yeah.
He didn't get double tax. You
Didn't
just
get
taxed
double.
$1.
Yeah, you just got taxed on that dollar that was added to the thing. But if you just spent it on the transactions, like I paid for this one transaction, I got taxed. I paid for it again, but y'all messed up, and now you're taxing me again. It's the principle.
I hate Toby because he's actually compatible with Chloe.
Oh, very much so. Yeah.
Fuck you, Toby.
Yeah. I told y'all, bro. You're gonna see the green circle on Instagram. You're gonna open it up. And
Why
it's
would
just
I-
us
why-
in the Maldives. Because my girl's richer than me.
She's emotional, man. She's everything. All right. You ain't got no water in your chart.
I know, but that's why I need it. That's why I need it, man. I have not a drop, bro. I literally try to cry. When I tell you, anytime I make this statement, I almost cried, take it as I cried. Because I really, bro, the day when I was like, bro, I was in here having a breakdown, I tried to cry. I got to the point where I was monologuing out loud just to make myself feel worse. And I was like, it won't work. I don't have it. It does. Like, I've cried. I think Ron seen me cry.
You gotta put a placebo. Put some eye drops in your eye. Go to
Just
the
to
mirror.
Just to get it started. Ron seen me cry. Ron seen me cry, but I was literally at the point where I was like, I hope a bear comes out these woods and just kills me. Like, please. Like, I was at that point. And super rarely am I there. And even when I am there now, I'd be like, bro, I've been through worse. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But I know crying is therapeutic, or at least that's what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
So I've heard.
Comes from
So
the
I've
heart.
Yeah, naps after a good cry be fire.
Nah, movies be making me cry, man. I cried at Soul. I cried damn near every episode of My Hero because that nigga almost dies like every fucking episode.
Deku,
See,
bro.
that's
And
what
Deku
they
getting you
I
in your
love this nigga. I want this
feelings,
nigga
man.
to succeed so bad.
Like when Deco wins, like you are so elated. It's
Right.
like, yo, this is the
That's
best.
good.
The last movie I cried to was actually The Photograph.
The only movie...
Wait, Larkeys.
Yeah, Issa Rae and Lakeith Stanfield, The Photograph.
Wow.
Right, that was a really good movie. That was the last movie I cried at.
The only movie...
The girl who I went to see that movie was a cancer.
Did she cry?
She said she cried a little bit. Yeah.
The only movie I've ever cried in the history of my entire life was the 2005 version of King Kong. When he
Oh
fell
my
off the
god,
building.
what a
Wasn't that
legendary
shit like
movie.
4 hours?
What a
Like
legendary
3,
movie.
yeah, and the extended version was like 4. And I didn't
Jack
even like
Black and
cry.
They went to work
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
effects in that movie.
They did. They
That
snapped.
movie was
Fucking
ahead of
work.
its time, bro. You can look at
Amazing.
it.
That's
You
one
can
of
look
my
at it
ahead of its
now.
time.
You can look at it now and be like, "Yo, this was 2005."
I
Like,
it's
ugh.
better than any other
Peter
iteration
Jackson,
of
bro.
like King
Yeah.
Kong or the Godzilla movies. I didn't even cry. Like I shed a tear. Like I was trying to hold it in, but when the nigga just like lost the life in his body and fell off the building, I was like,
I said,
like
I said,
that's the only time I've ever.
That shit was
like
tough.
that's the only time
I
I've ever
shed
shed a
thug
tear.
tears when Spider-Man got blipped in Infinity War, and when
Of course.
Iron Man,
Is this
I be-
where we're
and-
admitting shit when we
and,
cried?
and,
Oh,
when
God.
Iron Man died at the end of Endgame, like I shed thug tears at both of those moments.
I just felt it. Like
I
I
didn't
just be
cry.
doing. I be having. Whenever I'm watching a
definitely-
movie, especially for the first time, and I have a physical. I guess that's is once again just the closest I get to crying. Some things draw a physical reaction out of me. I think when Spider-Man died in Infinity War, I was just like. And I was
Bro,
especially as he faded
like,
away.
the
I was
theater
Heartbreaker.
took like such a gas, like you just felt everybody's soul.
Just a reminder.
leave, like,
Just a
bro.
reminder that Peter felt it before everyone else.
He did,
And that's why he felt
because
sick.
of the Peter
Yeah,
shit.
and
He
that's
was
like,
like, I
Don't
don't feel so
call
great.
it that.
He's
Call it
Spider
that
sense, he's Spider
kid
sense.
shit.
It's the Peter
Spidey
sense.
sense.
Not even in the.
That better not be because of Sony Marvel different.
They didn't get all the rights. I think it
They
does
really
have something
couldn't
to do
say
with that.
Spidey single.
I do think it
We
has
can look
something
it
to
up
do
right
with
now
that.
because that's one of the most.
I do think
it has something to do with that.
That and like when I know Amazing Spider-Man wasn't a good movie, but like when Gwen Stacy died, that also solicited.
Yeah, that one was also like
because I actually didn't think she died. Because I knew what they were going
had
to
to.
do.
Yeah, like
and
I know the comics. I know she died,
like,
and I was
but-
still
'cause
like,
it was the when the web
damn,
caught her. I
very
was like,
less
oh, the web
dramatic
caught her.
yeah,
But
in the
then,
80s
but then
fashion.
it was
But
the
he had
thud.
the hand,
He had the
you
hand
know,
and
it
it
was
caught
like
her.
kinda
It was,
catching.
dude. I was like,
the splat.
plus, yeah,
It was a
and then she just kind of just like you saw the neck snap and hit the, and it was also just like how their
Jesus
relationship
Christ.
worked in the episode. And
real
just,
quick, we
it
can
was
wrap
like
it
all
up
that
with this. How do y'all rank the Spider-Man movies? There's Into the
boy.
Spider-Verse,
This is gonna take
Spider-Man,
forever.
You're
Spider-Man
counting
2.
Into the Spider-Verse?
It's a Spider-Man movie. It's the number one. What? It's
Okay.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Let's count them out.
That's number one.
It is
Let's
number
count them out.
one.
Let's count them out.
It is number one.
Let's count them out
It
before we rate them all.
Into the Spider-Verse,
about
there's the first
real.
trilogy,
1, 2,
there's
3.
there's the two amazing ones, and then there's this new
These two.
two, because the third one's not out
Far
yet.
From Home and
Homecoming and then Far From Home.
where do y'all rate them?
Oh, y'all didn't like Far From Home like that?
Wait, no.
No, that was just the order. It was
So there are 8 of
Homecoming,
them.
then
There are
Far
8
From
of them.
Home.
We don't necessarily have to rate all of them. I feel like Into the Spider-Verse is number 1. Spider-Man 2 is number 2.
Spider-Man 2 should be top 3.
Spider-Man 2 is the only reason.
I mean, come on, man.
The only reason Spider-Man
from
2.
the trilogy.
Yeah.
Yes.
The only
Yeah.
reason Spider-Man 2 isn't number 1 is because of Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Into the
Stop
Spider-Verse.
it.
That's number
Then
2.
take
Spider-Man.
that out the
Spider-Man
list
1.
because it's not
Spider-Man
a.
3 is
Spider-Man
Take
one
that
is
out the
number
list.
Spider-Man 1
I'm
is
sorry.
number
That
Spider-Man
no,
1
it's
is number
still a
3?
cartoon. It's still
But it's a
technically a
Spider-Man
cartoon.
movie, and it's the
don't know.
way
But
they
you can't.
incorporated
But
it.
obviously, you can go the extra mile with the cartoon, and they
No,
have
but
no
it's-
limits to what they showed, and that was what you got. It was amazing.
But it was the way that-
reality had its limits. The real
But-
movies had its
But
limits.
it was
Alright,
the
he
way.
wants to- he wants to
Okay,
do
I
live
get that.
action.
I get that. I get that concept.
live
I get that
action.
concept. If we're, but it was no. The only reason I'm like you have to include it in there is
It is
because
still
it was
the
the
best
way they used the actual formula, the way they flipped the formula of Spider-Man, and they took the actual movies from context. Even the
But it's Miles Morales, so
yeah, but they used but you needed but you needed all those Spider-Man movies in context. It'd be
Yeah.
different if it was just some random
Makes an
offshoot.
excellent point.
And it is-
Everything else has been Peter Parker. That's another reason why you
No,
shouldn't bring
but it has
Spider-Verse into like.
but Peter Parker was still the
Spider-Man.
movie. Like the concept.
that
It'd be different.
that can't be the top.
But
Or
if-
is it- you
look,
know what I mean?
It's the way, like I said, it's because if it was just some kind of offshoot Spider-Man movie and they just like made up their own Spider-Man lore, it'll be like whatever. But it was like I said, they directly used all like the Spider-Man movies that came before, especially the Spider-Man trilogy, in order to construct like the way the movie worked. Like, but I get what you're saying. If you take it out, then Spider-Man 2 is the number 1 movie out of all of them. I think Tom Holland is the best Peter Parker, but
Tom Holland is the best combination.
I think he's the best Peter Parker.
I think he's the best combination.
do you
So
mean?
you're saying he isn't the best Peter Parker?
No, he is the best Peter Parker, but I think I don't necessarily think he is the best Spider-Man.
Out of the
but
Spider-Man?
But he is the best.
Who is a better Spider-Man out of the Spider-Man? Tobey Maguire is not a better Spider-Man.
Probably no, definitely not Tobey Maguire. Probably Andrew Garfield.
It's not Andrew
Andrew
Garfield.
Garfield.
It's not. Andrew
As
Garfield.
Spider-Man.
As Spider-Man? Andrew,
Spider-Man.
No, it's not. No, I'm sorry. It's not.
So
As
big,
Spider-Man. Like
Peter Parker, Tobey Maguire for me.
What?
that's pure nostalgia.
As Spider-Man.
That is pure nostalgia.
Until the third.
It is
until the
nostalgia.
third movie.
I think
it's
that's
not
nostalgia.
nostalgia.
That's pure nostalgia.
I think it's
I-
nostalgia.
Honestly, no.
Then why
for
would
real.
you give him the
Honestly,
mantle?
no,
He's
for real.
number-
Like,
he's number 2.
Because my reasoning is
He-
because
no,
like,
in terms of
I
Peter
just-
Parker, he's
Wait,
number
wait.
two. In terms of Peter Parker, he's number 2.
I just feel like Tom Holland, like the whole just theme of it was like Aunt May was just entirely too young. And like,
That doesn't have to do
That
with
is
being.
fine.
That
I'm
doesn't
talking
have
about
anything to
Peter-
do with
I'm
being
talking about
Spider Parker.
it's just the
And they
story
try to-
plot of it and like how
Nah, I
they
get
put it
that
together.
part.
Because Aunt May played a huge role on the development of Spider-Man's like emotion and getting him through Ben's death. And
We got to
how
get together
his
on
re-
some type of watch party
and,
and
like-
rewatch the first trilogy.
Yes, we do.
Because it is a lot of nostalgia in the taking of
because
it.
the
But
thing-
it's
even
good. It's great how they just put it
You're-
together.
you're-
And like, Tobey Maguire was a little bit older, but he played Peter Parker really well.
I don't
will
think he played Peter
I
Parker
will
well.
give.
He played Peter Parker. Very
I
well.
will.
Yes.
I will give.
He was the second
At this
best
point,
one
you have to
because-
say
First and second, you can't rank the first and second
with
movie
the
at the
third.
top and not give Tobey Maguire at least
It's
some
not,
credit.
no, because this is the thing.
The
no,
second-
like,
the second
wait,
Spider-Man
wait,
isn't
wait,
that
wait,
great
wait,
because
wait,
it
wait,
does
wait,
make
wait,
sense.
wait,
The second
wait,
one is
wait,
that
wait,
great
wait,
because
wait,
of Doc
wait,
Ock.
So let me
wait,
finish.
wait,
The
okay,
second one-
let me finish.
So Tom Holland, I will give him the Spider-Man top because he played a good Spider-Man, but Peter Parker. Tobey
Okay,
Maguire.
the reason we have Spider-Man, the reason I feel like we can say that, there are better Spider-Man movies. Like, they encapsulate, like, the whole picture better. Even as far as his villain, like, him having,
Doc Ock.
both Doc Ock and Green Goblin. Like,
Yeah.
the movie was better, but Spider-Man, like, the dude who's cracking, who's constantly saying shit
Whipping
while
the
he's shooting
webs,
webs at you.
getting
Like, Tom
hit.
Holland literally
That's-
he's literally a high schooler. Like, and the whole thing in the comic
why I
with
like Andrew
Spider-Man
Garfield's
is
Spider-Man.
like, is the fact
Because
that
he
he's
was
like,
doing that.
That's
he's
the
a
quick.
kid.
He was-
He's
yeah,
really
he was-
in the comic. He's really supposed to be like he's smart as
Clutch.
shit. He's supposed to be the up and coming like
That's how
Tony
Tom
Stark in
Holland
a
is,
way.
yeah.
And like that's literally like
That's how Tom
as
Holland-
Spider-Man.
Peter
I don't
Parker.
think I don't think his
I saw
movies
it,
are
bro.
as good. Like I said, as the
Watched Far From
first
Home.
2 Spider-Man movies. Like the first one, the
Second
second
act
one
of
is
that
literally
movie,
too
bro.
iconic, bro.
It's
Like
amazing.
and it's too
Spider-Man,
perfect. And like you
I was
said,
paying
Tobey
attention
Maguire
to
did
acrobatics
encapsulate
and
Yeah.
like,
agility. I was like,
Peter
nah.
Parker, but
It's
like
like
They're going to
legit.
work.
He's
Tom
I just
Holland.
feel like the
Like-
third
like the-
movie.
like-
I just feel like the third movie is tainting a lot of people.
For Spider-Man?
I don't even
no,
think
it's not. No, it's not.
Because we
on.
understand. We like
Go
we get-
back. No. Go back and watch the third movie. That movie is
bad.
great.
No, it's
No,
not.
no, no,
You're not
no,
talking
no.
about Spider-Man 3, right?
He is talking about
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 3
It's not.
is great. But
It's
Man,
not.
no.
It's
You
not.
have
It's
to
mid.
good.
It's
No,
mid.
no,
It's
no,
good.
no.
It's literally mid.
Spider-Man 3 is a comedy.
It's mid. That's why. Bro,
But it wasn't a good comedy.
It wasn't a
It was
good
a
one.
cringe
It was.
comedy.
It was
It is
unnecessary.
absolutely hilarious.
It's extremely cringe.
Go-
They didn't want it to be that way.
Like go,
it
no, they
ended up
didn't
being-
want it to be that
That's
way,
what I
but
mean.
it's absolutely hilarious. Go back
But-
and watch Topher Grace as Eddie Brock.
But they had a
he
different.
is hilarious throughout the whole movie.
His,
But I don't
his
think that
very
takes-
soft voice.
I don't think that.
He ruined my life.
He like he is absolute. Like
I'm gonna ruin yours.
I see Eddie Brock and I'm like, Foreman, stop.
Bruh.
What are
I
you
just think
doing?
I just think the concept was good, but Tobey Maguire really didn't play the dark Spider-Man role.
That I don't think that.
Well.
I don't think that puts a taint on people's like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I think everybody in their heads is like, this is kind of an isolated movie out of the three of this trilogy because the first two were so amazing. Like I had a whole argument with Stacy about this for like damn near an hour about like. Cause I was like, bro, the first two Spider-Man, I guess technically three, they were kind of cheesy, but like Spider-Man when it came out revolutionized what people did with superhero movies. Like that was like yes, cause we had X-Men, but people were like, oh, X-Men. When Spider-Man came out, it
X-Men
was
was
like,
Sleeping.
Yeah.
And they were sleeping
Yes.
on them.
Yeah, but-
Unfortunately.
X-Men was
No,
confusing though. It
it
didn't
was
bring
the first
in
one. The first one.
non-comic book people.
No, yeah, the first one was like, the second one was really good, but Spider-Man,
And then the third
when
one
it
lost
came out,
people.
it was like, nigga, it's Spider-Man.
What
What
about-
the fuck?
But also-
it
but also-
revolutionized
Daredevil and Hulk.
when,
But also-
they weren't good and they were not
They weren't
good.
good.
Stop it.
No, they were not.
Don't tell me
Hold on,
Daredevil
hold on.
and
It's not
Hulk
good.
wasn't good
It's
to you
not
as a
good.
kid.
It's not. They
Daredevil-
were. Nostalgia.
Daredevil-
Nostalgia.
Yeah.
Daredevil
The
is
Hulk's
another
not
one
good.
of those movies.
I like the Hulk.
I like
Dare-
it too. It's not
Thank
good.
you.
Daredevil
It's
is
not
another
good.
one of
Watch
those
it
movies
now.
that's
It's not
hilarious.
good.
I
You
still
can't
watch
see
it. I
anything.
saw it
Bro,
recently.
you can't see anything that's
saw
happening in the
it
movie.
recently.
Daredevil is
Watch
another one of those
Mojo
movies
just-
that's absolutely
watch
hilarious.
Hulk went
Mojo
to
just-
fucking work in that
Watch
movie, bro.
Mojo just posted a video yesterday, and they had it as the thumbnail of worst edited movies of all time because it's terribly edited.
It was
It was
edited
automatically
bad.
considered bad because they had comic book
No,
transitions.
bro, it was
When
bad,
they were
bro.
showing the pictures of
You
I
can't
found
tell
it
what's
unique.
happening.
I found
It's
it unique.
not
No,
good,
bro. The transition.
I would say the story, the plot was the confusing thing to me, and
The
that's what
whole
brought it
thing
down.
was
Stop
confusing,
it.
bro. It
Oh,
was
yeah,
not
it was.
good, bro.
Like,
it was not conceptually.
the lighting,
Conceptually,
the-
it was dope, but it was not good.
the lighting, the transitions, the
The-
editing,
bro.
how they put it together.
Not good.
It's not.
Was comic book fashion.
Bro,
At
it was-
the
but it was-
time,
but it
people
wasn't
didn't
good,
understand
bro.
it,
The
and they
whole-
didn't agree
no,
with it.
it was still
And they-
not good. The whole
It's
end of that
still-
movie
you know
when
what-
he's fighting his dad, this nigga falls in a
the
lake
end-
and
very
spills water.
anticlimactic
What are we
ending,
looking
yeah.
at?
Do you know what's comic book fashion that works?
Take it off.
Edward Hulk.
No, into the Spider-Verse.
So a cartoon has to do it. If a real time movie couldn't do it at the time, then obviously cartoons.
In terms of the transitions, like that's how the transitions work. They work. Comic book transitions work when it's animated, because when you look at a comic, it's animated.
It wasn't even just that. I'm telling you, it wasn't a good movie. I promise you. You can IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes, all this shit.
We gotta go
Yeah,
back
I
and
mean,
watch the original.
yeah, I mean,
Spider-Man movie.
obviously, it's almost a near unanimous vote that people don't like the Hulk. Unfortunately,
Daredevil
I'm not a
was
part of that
also-
percentage.
I used to be on your side. but it's
Daredevil
not
was
a good
hilarious.
I'll have to
movie.
rewatch
Daredevil was not a good
Daredevil.
movie. It was not a good
Daredevil
movie.
was
I'm
hilarious.
telling you,
It was not good,
Spider-Man.
but it was
Spider-Man
hilarious.
was the only
It
was
doesn't
one
make
of
sense.
Spider-Man and the first two X-Men movies were probably the only.
Blade.
Oh,
And
Blade
Blade.
2.
Yeah,
Tell me
a
you
couple
didn't
of the
fuck
Blade
with Blade
movies.
2.
Yeah, Blade was lit, but it was like very rare that you had
Wesley
a good Marvel
Snipes
movie,
got
bro.
Blade because they wouldn't give him
Ghost
Black
Rider 1 and 2, dog shit.
Ghost Rider 1 was fun.
It was-
Ghost Rider was
Ghost
dog
Rider
shit.
one.
It was
funny.
dog shit. No,
It was-
he
Hey.
didn't even fight nobody in
It was
that
also
movie for
Nicolas-
real.
it
bro.
was
When
also
he drove
Daredevil.
off the building with his ghost
Yes.
motorcycle. Come on, now that was
They
I
really
like,
just
okay,
gave
that's
him
fine.
scenes by himself, and he was just swinging.
It was-
Yes,
like,
bro.
he wasn't
The
really
Punisher.
fighting. Yeah,
I
he
did
was
like the
really-
Punisher movie.
But
The
like-
I did like the Punisher
Which
movie.
one?
The
They
first
made
one.
so
I didn't
many.
watch
It's just like
I
Really
liked
like-
it. It was kind of cheesy, but it was the Punisher.
We're
And
not
this nigga's
talking
killing
about
niggas with guns. I don't
Netflix,
think
right?
you could. Huh?
we're not talking about the Netflix.
No. We're talking. It's Punisher. I don't. The nigga with the super long face.
Yeah, no, he had a Netflix show, but we're talking
did,
about the
but-
one from the early 2000s.
Yeah. I like that movie just because it was like I feel like it encapsulated the Punisher, and I don't know what else you want. He's just killing niggas the whole movie. And
Y'all not giving Catwoman this praise.
it's not even a Marvel movie, but that movie was also awful. It's not a Marvel movie.
No, that's all
Nice try,
big.
Toby.
What,
Sorry, Toby.
Oh my gosh, Catwoman is only good because it's Halle Berry.
It's actually bad regardless.
So-
it doesn't even matter.
But you
Nothing,
get to,
that's another
but you
movie
get to
where
look at
nothing
Halle
makes
Berry.
sense.
Oh, nothing makes sense.
Absolutely
like at all,
nothing.
nothing.
Yo,
makes
there's
sense.
literally a scene
Like,
where she's
nothing
like,
makes sense.
there's literally a scene where
She's
she's
literally
like,
like playing with like yarn and shit, like as a cat.
there's
Just like
a fucked
randomly,
up,
like
there's
it
a
just
crazy
happened.
basketball scene. There's like 20
Yeah,
takes
like
to shoot a
she-
shot.
like,
there's a
there-
scene where she disappears and reappears.
There's
like,
so many
like,
angles.
for no reason. She
There's
does.
so many angles in that basketball scene.
It's
Like there's a
crazy.
high angle, there's a low angle, there's
Bruh.
like a pan.
And I think they shoot like
and like
one
she like
shot.
does like 3 spins.
Yes,
She just
something-
absolutely
and
takes
she
the ball
dunks.
from the kids that are playing
Yeah.
and just starts playing basketball with some
Are they
nigga. And
flirting?
then,
Are they playing basketball? What are they?
I don't
doing?
know what they're
And
doing. Like, nobody
what's
knows what
happening.
they're
It's a
doing.
really bad movie. What's
that-
one more really bad movie that came out? Because I feel like we're missing one.
Electra
X-Men
or
3.
whatever?
Oh,
Oh
Electra
my
was
God.
Electra
bad.
was like.
I'm
Electra-
glad. I yeah. I
Electra
don't
was a
even have
two-pack
good
of
thoughts
ass.
about it.
The fact that, but that's how you knew
Good.
Daredevil
Good.
was
Good
bad
for you.
because Electra was a spin off of Daredevil, and Daredevil was not.
Michael
good.
Clark Duncan was a pretty fun kingpin in my opinion. I liked him. I
Right.
mean, he was the
Michael
only
Clark
kingpin.
Duncan.
I still, it's one of my guilty pleasure movies because I still enjoy watching it, but it's not good, bro. I used to think that
Daredevil
scene,
is absolutely hilarious.
bro. I used to love that scene.
Like when you just contemplate, like this nigga is blind,
but
and then,
in the comics,
but
it makes sense. In the movie, it's like
in the
bro,
movie, there's
what?
like, bro, what is
It's
this?
not that hard to
You see that light at the end of the tunnel? That's
talking
not
about Daredevil?
heaven.
It wasn't hard to
That's the
comprehend.
scene.
No, it's not that it's hard to comprehend. It's just like they did not like
It's not good.
they did not like make it
wasn't-
to where it
they
was
didn't
like,
give
yo,
him
he
justice.
compensated for being blind.
No.
Like they try because like you know he hears very well. That's how
I
he
remember
uses his
when he
things.
saw
Nothing,
visually
bruh.
was like blue.
Shit.
Yeah, that's how
fog.
they tried to do it,
It
and
was
I was
just
like, and like
not
conceptually was
good.
like, okay, that's cool, but like,
In the
like you
cartoon, like,
legitimately
comics.
like saw everything that was going
we
on
need to
in
watch
that
the
blue
bad.
cube.
We need to have a
Like
night
it
where we
didn't
watch
really
the bad
work.
movie,
Like it
bro.
wasn't like okay, I'm moving
Like, 'cause
around
that
and,
was
choice.
I know there's stuff here. Like I'm
Next
just
week,
remembering. It
I'm
wasn't
gonna
like
watch a
that.
bad movie, bro. Because, bro, I used to think the scene where like Daredevil, where like Bullseye breaks the glass and throws him at Daredevil, and this nigga starts hitting backflips is the most
Bullseye is
amazing thing ever.
absolutely hilarious.
Bro, I watched that shit recently. I was like, bro,
Colin
this is
Farrell,
so
at the time,
bad.
I think Colin Farrell did alright.
He's barely
Colin-
dodging,
bro,
bro.
like-
He could have
like,
literally ducked. I didn't
that
think
is-
about that, but Daredevil could have just ducked when.
That is so not a character you would expect Colin Farrell to play, and that's why I think it's just so hilarious. Because like when I watch him
R.I.P.
in it, it's like, what was the direction? Like, what did the director tell you to do?
You talking about Bullseye?
Yeah, to be like Bullseye. Like, I don't understand. Like, you're like, like it was just like, bro, like, are you high?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
like-
He had to be high, bro.
Like, who was like, yeah, like, we should do it like this? That movie is absolutely, I laugh when I watch that movie.
bad.
It's just, it's so funny. It's like a terrible movie that you just watch because it's like, this is, like, it's terrible, but it's like, this is great. I'm having a great time. Like, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm laughing at every scene.
All right, man. We love y'all. It's been a beautiful stream. We thank y'all for tuning in weekly. Whenever y'all tune in, man. We love y'all.
Black History Month, NSARS, Black Lives Matter.
Damn,
Shout out to
so-
Charles G. Woodson for giving us Black History Month.
No, we're episode 20 next week, ain't we?
Yeah, next week is episode 20.
Yeah.
We gotta do something, though.
Episode 20.
All right, man. We love y'all.
Special
Black
guest
Lives
next
Matter.
week, Black Lives Matter, NSARS.
SARS. Salute.